So this is the bucket system we have for my daughter. We've got a bucket that can hold 15 litres, and we just draw on there the volume. Then when you're filling up the bucket, you would just shine your torch and then you can see what the level is. This is a nice easy bucket to use. It's got a pouring lip so the water is easier to pour, and just having 6 and 8 litres, it's light enough for my daughter to carry and lift up and pour in. We've got a 130 litre tank, and we bought some more buckets. If we were doing a 20% water change of, let's say, 120 litres, then that would be 120 litres times 0.2 for 20%, 24 litres. So that'd be 4 6s is 24 or 3 8s is 24, so you got the choice. We bought these buckets out of Bunnings. They are a 9 litre heavy duty bucket, Australian made and owned. And if we look carefully inside the bucket, it's got the level marks, which are quite faint. So this was the version 1 of the clip printed out. So we just place that under the lip, like so, and it just catches on. So now we can do the level of 6 or 8 litres. We have some choices. What we then do is fill that up to 6 litres, then you can fill each of these other buckets. They stack with those levels on there, and you'll see that we have a smaller version there. So if you have 4 buckets, 6 litres, 24, means she can set up all 4 buckets with 6 litres with the chlorinator added in. It can sit and rest there, so she can pour 1 bucket in, and then when she's finished, she can take the other 3 buckets and just pour in 6 litres into there, put that into the tank, and it just makes it easier to get all the water all at one time. Now I'll show you the basic design of this model. So what we have for this one is a centre line down here. This is the edge of the bucket, and this is the profile of a clip that's going to go around that bucket. So what we see here is the clip's got 2 millimeters of thickness. It's got 0.75 millimeters gap around the side of the bucket here, and a 0.2 millimeter gap around this edge of the bucket. Then we take the shape of the bucket and revolve that around the centre line. So we end up with a bucket like so. Then we take the outline of the clip and revolve that around the centre line for a small angle, and then we do it in the other direction for another water level. So this will have 2 water levels. Next is the one that's probably like quite tricky, is you'll be selecting 2 edges, one here, and creating a construction plane, and that's for the lower level. And what you'll see here is we see that plane is just in front of the 2 edges here, and then we have another one there for the deeper water level. So what this does is gives us the ability to add 2 sketches to draw some numbers on the face. Then next what we do is we take the letter, select it and extrude it, and that one was extruded 0.8 millimeters with an angle of 35 degrees, and similarly for the number 8, and we extrude it at that angle just so it's less overhang, easier to print. Then we just chamfer the edges to take off any sharp points, and then we just round over with a fillet the corners here. So we've added the 6 and the 8, and then we just slice that and send that to the printer. So that one cost 15 cents. Key takeaways: 3 wall loops, 0 infill, and this is what it looks like on the bucket. Cheerio.